messing with craziness today again. We got this food from Nature's Spirit. Then we got this drum, real audio backing tracks. Check them out. And then we got Wayne Turner talking about real estate.
The land that you're looking to purchase, walk that land, and don't just walk that land when it's sunny and beautiful outside. Walk that land before or after rain. Today it's an overcast day, it's raining outside. This is when you want to walk the property. You want to walk the boundaries. You want to know where it stops, where it begins, where it ends, how much road frontage. That's the frontage that's actually on the road of the property. And you want to make sure, is there anything on the property that is not owned by the property owner selling you the property? Now, the second thing you'll want to do is you want to make sure you're not overpaying for whatever property it is you're looking to purchase. And how you do that is you got to get comparable sales. You got to find out what if other pieces of property comparable to the one that you want to purchase, what have they sold for? Now, you do this in really two ways. One, you can look at comparable properties and have an agent, a real estate agent, pull those properties for you and show you what comparable properties have sold for. The second way you can do that is simply pay for an appraisal to have the property appraised. Now, that'll typically run you $300 to $400, but keep in mind, if you're getting a bank loan for the property, you typically have to put 10% down, but the banks are going to require that you have an appraisal on the property because they want to make sure that the money that they're loaning you for that land, that the land is in fact worth it. Now, the third thing you'll want to do is get a survey on the property. Never buy a piece of property unless you have it surveyed. Now, keep in mind, the seller may have had it surveyed. They may have a recent recorded survey of the property that may be just 2 or 3 years old. You can use that. There's nothing wrong with that, but just be sure you walk the property because you just never know what's going to be on the property. The survey is going to show you exactly where the property begins and ends. You see, every time they survey a piece of property, they take these big steel rods, they drive them at the corners of the property where the property actually meets its bound and takes a turn. It may be perfectly rectangled. I've seen them take a stop sign. But you'll want to make sure that that property surveyed. It's going to vary anywhere from $600 to into the thousands of dollars. Depends on the size of the land and how much the surveyor has to trek through, stuff like that. Now, it's wet out here. I'm walking some property and it's wet, it's raining. But what you'll want to do is you'll want to make sure that the property that you're looking to purchase is not in a wetland. And listen, the order that I'm telling you to do these things is the order that you should be doing it to save you money. You want to walk the property, you want to make sure the value is there, you want to make sure it's not in a wetland, it's not in a flood area, and you do that by simply doing research. You have to do your own research. But FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Association, they post those things on their website so you can go and look at that specific property and it will tell you whether or not it's in a wetland area and even a flood zone of the actual property that you're looking for. So checking for wetlands was number 4. Number 5 is you want to make sure that the property is not in a flood zone. So you can do that by looking at the survey. You can also do this by getting a flood elevation certificate. So a flood elevation certificate will tell you the flood zone of the property. There's typically A, B, C, and X flood zones. A is the worst, B is the second worst, C is the better, and